Hi, my name is Zaragoza. I'm a chemistry undergrad from Gonzaga University, and this is my summer with JISAO. This summer, I worked under the mentorship of Dr. Julian Sachs and his graduate student Amaya Ladd here at the University of Washington School of Oceanography. Dr. Sachs is interested in the past climate of the tropics, specifically how the ITCZ has moved within the past few millennia. So how does one monitor past climate? One way is to measure the deuterium to hydrogen ratios of lipid biomarkers within sediment cores, which reflect the deuterium to hydrogen ratios of their source water. So, by measuring variation of D to H ratios along a sediment core, you'd be able to infer past rainfall variation. And by doing this on multiple islands within the Pacific, such as Koshrai, Dr. Sachs will be able to monitor how the ITCZ has changed. One of my goals this summer was to help develop a method to separate taraxerol from beta-cytosterol. We wanted to isolate taraxerol specifically because it is a compound uniquely produced by the Rhizophora mangrove tree on the island of Koshrai. Hence, taraxerol found in cores from this island would be traced back to the Rhizophora mangrove, thereby eliminating the uncertainty known as species variability. The second goal that I had was to evaluate my method using a GCFID, which is a gas chromatographer flame ionization detector. That instrument was used to check recoveries to make sure I didn't lose too much sample when playing around with all the fancy equipment. So this is the high-performance liquid chromatography machine. And as you can see, I have it set up to run a sample right now. What it basically does is it separates compounds based off of a polar mobile phase and a non-polar stationary phase. And based on a compound's differing affinity for the two different phases, they will come out at different times at the end of the column. And what I specifically used this machine for was to separate and isolate taraxerol from beta-cytosterol. And this is the GCFID in action. And as I mentioned earlier, I use this instrument specifically to check recoveries after purification. I would like to thank the University of Washington School of Oceanography, Dr. Julian Sachs, his graduate student Amaya Ladd, and his entire lab, specifically their lab manager who got to deal with the intern breaking everything, and most importantly I would like to thank JISAO for giving me this awesome opportunity.